Hello, welcome back. My name is Aspen. I invite you into this sacred space. This is your energy update for November 24th. We're going to take a second to do a little ritual. I have this candle lit, but I want to connect my heart and my mind, body, and soul to the divine, to spirit. I want to open up my channel. And I invite you to take a deep breath in with me before we begin this reading. I call on my spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, God, higher power, to be present here through this reading. I allow you to use me as a channel for divine guidance. Okay. And again, if you're new here, I do past, present, future, what your soul is calling you to step out of, and what your soul is calling you to step into. And then we close the reading out with some oracle cards. We'll begin with the most recent past. Already I'm getting slow down. Breathe. That's what we did at the beginning of this reading. Okay. What is the card for the most recent past? The Miser. Okay. Protecting your energy. What is the card for the present? This one wants to come out. Morality. No way, that's crazy. This was in the past position in the last reading that I did. Morality. Interesting. Okay. This one wants to come out. Oh. The Dream. For the near future. Which you can't necessarily predict. What? You can't necessarily predict the future. You can just read the energy. This is like the energy you're moving into. Guilt. I shuffled this deck before I started recording this video, and I kept seeing this card, and I had a feeling it was going to come out during the reading, and here it is. Okay, and then what is our soul calling us to step into? Laziness. Okay. And then moment to moment on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Okay. So, in the most recent past, you've really come into this energy of sovereignty. Wanting to not necessarily isolate yourself, but be alone to protect your energy. But of course you still crave connection, but through this sovereignty, through this isolation period that you're going through, in the present we have morality. it's like you're building a new identity for yourself. And this came through in the last reading that I did. You're still in the midst of going through this ego death, this dark night of the soul. It's like the foundation has started to, you've landed on the foundation. Okay. And then we're going to get clarifiers before we go any deeper. It's like you're really taking a look at your morals, and you're coming into this more mature state. And you're really reflecting on how you want to show up, who you want to be, how you want to act. Okay, let's clarify the miser in the most recent past. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Wow, the miser literally reminds me of the Four of Pentacles, because they're both holding on to these coins so tightly. And yeah, you're really protecting your energy. And this is, you felt divine and feel divinely called to be in this energy, because it's what's needed to balance out your energy, to forge a new path for yourself. Okay, and then let's clarify morality in the present. Death. Yeah, you're really going through a very profound transformation, like at the core of your being. It's like you're shifting into a whole new paradigm. And it's a death to the old, out with the old, in with the new. It's a huge purge of what's no longer serving you. And it may feel kind of heavy, but it's starting to get lighter. And it's November 25th. Mercury is still in retrograde until November 29th. And until then, it's still gonna be a little bit heavy. And retrogrades, it's when, I'm not an astrologer, but I do know quite a bit about astrology. But when planets are in retrograde, when they're in Gatorade, from Earth's perspective, it looks like the planet is moving backwards. It's not actually moving backwards, but from our perspective, it looks like it is. And so when planets go retrograde, we are being asked to go back and rethink things. And Mercury is the planet of intellect and communication. And so we're really going back and rethinking, like, things that we've said, and like the throat chakra, communication. And I have been feeling, on my way home from work today, I passed this truck and the license plate said Blue 22. So at the age of 22, that might be significant for you. And blue is the color of the throat chakra, so at the age of 22, or that number might just be significant to you. But there's a strong emphasis on the throat chakra here, and a transformation and a clearing of the throat chakra. We do have some blue here in the reading, and it's like you've been aware of these energetic blocks within your throat chakra, but it's like recently you really have been clearing and cleansing that energy stuck in your throat chakra. And the throat chakra and in between the eyes is coming through, the third eye, tension in those areas. And so allow yourself to, like, when you want to cry, like, your throat probably, like, closes up, and the back of behind your eyes probably, like, feels, what's the word, tense. But just sit through these emotions. Okay, because in the near future, the energy you're moving into, we have the dream clarified by the sun. You have no idea where, you have no idea how good it's going to get for you. You have no idea how good it's about to get for you. And with laziness being what your soul's calling you to step into, it's like you're not even gonna have to work like hard for this. This is just gonna happen so naturally. And I'm gonna take a drink of my cacao real quick. Let's just take a second to let that soak in. The sun in the dream is the energy you're moving into. That's beautiful. Full of joy. Your dream reality, whatever that is, whatever that means to you, you are on your way. You're so close. I've been passing by this billboard at work on my way home from work that says, "We're getting closer. We're getting closer." You've been feeling this for so long, the past couple years, and it's like now 12:12 on the timer on my phone. I've been seeing that number a lot. You've been sensing that something big is coming, and it like hasn't happened yet, but it's like you've been round and round and up and down and all around, but this time it's always been happening, but this time you're actually like literally on the precipice. No, it's literally you've landed. Like I said, with morality, your feet have been planted on the ground. I'm seeing this being with wings flying down and gently landing on the ground. Their feet land on the ground of it looks like kind of like this. That's what I'm seeing, is a being with wings gently, calmly landing on this, in this new paradigm, this new level. Okay. Okay. Now, what your soul's calling you to step out of, which is also like your challenge, we have guilt. So, feelings of guilt may be coming up. People in your life might make you feel guilty for making the decisions that you make to isolate, to not choose to go out and do things with certain people. Like, that's just an example. Take what resonates. But your soul's asking you to step out of that guilt and to allow yourself to just be. But let's clarify guilt here. That's too many. This one wanted to come out, and it's the 5 of Cups, clarifying guilt. So Stop focusing on what you've done. Stop focusing on the cups that have spilt, because you have 2 cups right behind you that are full. You don't need to sit and wallow in guilt. I don't know if you've seen or have heard of I don't know what it's called, but it's like this scale of emotions, and the lower frequency vibration emotions are guilt, fear, shame, and then it goes into love and acceptance, and then it goes into like tranquility, or just look up on Google like the different levels of emotions, and it'll have this graph. But yeah, like fear, guilt are the lower vibrations, and so for you to bring in and to take another step towards this dream reality, you need to let go of this guilt. And it's like you don't need to feel like you need to work so hard to let go of this. Allow yourself, don't ignore it. Allow yourself to feel it. Let it move through you, but don't hold on to it, and don't sit and wallow in it. That's what will harm you. Like, accept it. Okay, let's clarify laziness and what your soul is calling you to step into. I'm hearing getting real with yourself. Not feeling guilty for being quote-unquote lazy, which is just resting. You're allowed to rest. It's part of taking care of yourself. Don't let people make you feel guilty for that. The King of Pentacles. And then Judgment on the bottom of the deck. The card on the bottom of the deck to me is like the overall energy. And on both decks we have Moment to Moment and Judgment. Okay. Ooh. Laziness and the King of Pentacles is what your soul is calling you to step into. Your soul is wanting you, is calling you to rest and to appreciate the abundance that you have now. One of the biggest money blocks is not being grateful for what you have in this present moment, which is part of the heart chakra, being grateful. So learn to focus on what it is you do have, and that will help you stay in the energy of abundance to help you move forward through this heaviness that you may be feeling at the moment. And then I do feel called to use a third deck to get clarifiers, just to go that much deeper into the reading. Death, clarifying the most recent past. Yeah, you feeling the need to isolate yourself is because you're going through this shift, this metamorphosis, this transformation. You don't need other people's opinions and conditionings to affect how you view yourself, affect how you choose to move forward through this. You don't want it to. You were called to isolate and protect your energy because you don't need people to try and tell you who to be. You want to fully break break free, break free into the most authentic version of yourself. Okay. And then clarifying morality and death in the present is the Seven of Wands, which you're not letting anything stop you. You're not letting this heaviness that you may feel stop you from moving forward. You're feeling the fear and doing it anyways. The Lion King is coming to my mind, and the scene where Mufasa talks to Simba about fear. He says that just because he's king, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have any fear. It means that he had to learn to feel that fear and do it anyway, but also learn to choose his battles at the same time. But yeah, you're not letting anything stop you. You're not letting anything hold you back anymore. Yeah, it's like this guy, he's starting to break free from the conditionings that other people try to place on him. You're not allowing that anymore. And by you doing that, that's what's moving you forward into this dream reality that you so badly want to create. And you're currently creating it. So start focusing on that. Start focusing. It's like you're really, really being devoted to yourself at this time. And we are in the year of the number 9. 2025 adds up to the number 9, which the number 9 is the Hermit in tarot. And the Hermit is all about isolation and going within to find that light, to find that spark within yourself. And that's what leads your path forward. Learning to trust yourself. Oh my good God. Now clarifying the dream and the sun in the near future is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is my after tarot deck. It's like a moment after the original tarot. And it fell on the floor, which is like grounding. To me, cards falling on the floor is that energy has grounded into your reality. This is just the beginning. You have no idea how good it will get from here. The sun, the dream, the Ten of Pentacles. Don't stop now. Keep going. And we're going to circle back and take another second to really let that sink in. And so I can drink more cacao. Okay, now we're going to clarify guilt and the Five of Cups. I also feel called to tell you about how, I think it was September 16th, I saw a car with a license plate that said tenfold. You're going to receive all this work and energy you've put into yourself and into your life and into others. You're starting to receive it back tenfold. You have been receiving it back in little spurts, and it's just going to keep coming and coming and coming and flowing in. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so with the guilt and the Queen of Swords, it's like, don't feel guilty for speaking your truth. You may have had to say certain things to certain people that put you in this energy, and like, because you have a big heart, you can come off as stoic and like you're very direct, But that directness, you have that sharp tongue, that sharp sword to protect your heart. And you don't need to feel guilty for setting those boundaries. Ooh, yeah, there it is. You do not allow people to make you feel guilty for setting those boundaries to protect your energy. Your energy is sacred. You are divine. You made the right choice. Even though it may hurt, like you may have had to break up with someone or end a relationship with someone because of how the way they were treating you and the way it was affecting your energy. Yeah, and the butterflies here, the transformation. You may know this and you may not, but I'm going to share it. But when butterflies, transformation, the human transformation is a lot like the butterflies. When the caterpillar, it has no idea that it's going to turn into this beautiful butterfly. And it just takes its life moment by moment and eats some leaves, goes to sleep, the next day wakes up, crawls around, eats some leaves, eats some more leaves, and eats more leaves, and sleeps, and eats more leaves, and sleeps, and and then one day, it decides to build a cocoon. It has no idea what's about to happen. It has no idea that it's literally about to morph into this beautiful butterfly that's going to be able to fly off the ground and freely and be so open and full of life. It has no idea that's about to happen, and it goes into this cocoon, and the butterfly, it literally turns to goo. The butterfly literally has to break down into nothing and then rebuild itself into this beautiful butterfly. Like, that is so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful processes I've ever heard. Like, being broken down into nothing and then building yourself back up into what you truly want to be. Like, that is so amazing. That is freaking wild. It's fucking wild that happens. Like, life is so crazy and so beautiful and so messy at the same time. But within all chaos, there's divine order. Everything is happening as it should. Everything's falling into place. Beautiful Girl by like Jungle something. I don't know who it's by, but the song says everything is falling into place. But yeah, you needed to set those boundaries to protect your energy, so don't feel guilty for it. And yeah, you may feel sad or like heavy because you've had to set these boundaries, but it's for the best. It's for the best. And parents are coming to my mind. You may have had to set boundaries with your parents, because just because people are family doesn't mean, just because you're related to someone by blood doesn't mean that they're your family. And some people might try to make you feel, yeah, father and mother wounds are coming through. Like, people might try to make you feel guilty because, oh, like, but they're your mom. Like, they gave birth to you, but they're your father. Like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is you and your energy. Okay, let's clarify laziness and the King of Pentacles. Ooh, Boomy from Avatar: The Last Airbender is also coming to my mind. I also saw a license plate the other day that said Boomy. And there's a scene where the Fire Nation is about to attack, or I don't know who's attacking who in the show, but Boomy. Oh, the Fire Nation is about to attack the Earth Kingdom? I don't know. But anyways, Boomy, he literally sits there and he does nothing. He does nothing. He sits and waits for the right time to act. Love that. Earth. I'm a Taurus. Earth is coming through strongly, especially here with the King of Pentacles and the laziness, which Taurus and Earth signs, they're known to be very grounded, and they like very sensual, and they like their comfort. And so, yeah. So what you're literally being asked to, with laziness, what your soul's calling you to step into is to do nothing. To allow yourself to rest and to sit firmly on your throne. Let's get a clarifier. Do nothing! If you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Love that show. Highly recommend. I like it when the cards fly out because to me it just feels more aligned rather than me pulling the card. I like spirit to choose for us. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is my soul alignment card. Yes, it can also mean connection. But to me, I really don't like to focus on love in tarot. I like to focus on the self. Because when you focus on the self, that's when you have the healthiest love. Stop asking if someone else is, if you're good enough for someone else, and start becoming that person. No. I have it written down in my journal. Let me grab it. I have to share this. Ugh. Stop trying to look for the right person and start becoming the right person. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Okay. But yeah, that's why I don't like to focus on love in readings, because I like to focus on becoming that person for myself. Okay. But with the Ace of Pentacles clarifying laziness and the King of Pentacles, we're so conditioned to believe that if we don't do anything, like, nothing's gonna happen for us. And, like, yes, you need that balance of action and rest. That's the masculine and the feminine. You need that balance. But right now, you're really being asked to step more into the feminine. And through that, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the last in the suit of the Pentacles, and this is the beginning. So within every ending, there's a new beginning. But yeah, through you resting and giving yourself and your body what you need, that's what's helping you move forward. And yes, like, because the Ace of Pentacles talks about, yes, there's this opportunity, but you're gonna have to put in the work for it. But it's like, it's not like you working, it's not you overworking yourself and burning yourself out. It's like having this balance. Taking the inspired action when you know you need to, but also listening to your body and yourself when you know that you need to rest, and not making yourself feel guilty for that. Okay, I think we got it. And now we're gonna pull some oracle cards. And yeah, slowing down. Rome wasn't built in a day. Take it moment by moment to be fully present. Embrace the flow of life. Wow. Yeah, you're strongly being called to embrace the flow of life. That's like beautifully said. Okay, we'll get one more from this deck. This one wants to come out. Be humble. Be humble. Embrace the flow of life. Stay grounded. Stay humble. And on the bottom is honor your feelings. First quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. So embrace the flow of life, stay humble, and honor your feelings. Okay. Mary Magdalene. Teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Yeah, with the Seven of Wands, you're not letting anything stop you. You have something that the world needs to hear. You have something to share, whether that be your art, something creative. We're going to read it from the book. You have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry. Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through the process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength because you are trusting the power of your soul, and that part of you can never be broken. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you. You are being backed by heaven, so step forward and share all that you have learned. Oh, beautiful. I freaking love tarot. I'm getting chills. I freaking love this. Thank you for being here. And from the bottom of my heart and soul, I hope that in some way that I can help in whatever way I can. Like, I literally wish I could just hold your hand through life, because it can be a shit show, that's for damn sure. But it's also so beautiful at the same time. And I was looking on Facebook Marketplace today, and I found this hat. It said, "Shit Show Supervisor." And I have to have it. Shit Show Supervisor. That should be my name on here. The shit show supervisor. Love that. Okay. I feel so much love. My body is so warm. Okay. Spirit, what is the card that we need to hear? And also, side note, these readings, they also are for me at the same time as well as for you. Like, I'm not above you. We are equal. And I just want to build a community of love. And yeah, be humble. I would like to remain humble. I'm not above you, but I'm also not below you. We are equal. Okay. I just had to say that. Okay. I'm getting tired. Spirit, what is the card that we need to hear to close out this reading and bring it all together? The Vision and Daring Rebirth. We might have to read both of them. We might just have to. Okay, but the Vision. Ooh. Lapis lazuli is the crystal for the Vision, which I have right here. We bring you the gift of vision, an inspirational insight from which you shall derive energy, motivation, and a sense of purpose. You have many abilities and the capacity to do numerous things with your talent, time, and energy. We know your heart yearns for meaningful, focused purpose. You have things you want to accomplish, perhaps so many that at times you may feel as though you are attempting to live more than one life in this lifetime. We know you can benefit from a vision, something that integrates all you want to do into one unifying purpose. Even if you do not see how it is possible for all your talents and dreams to be woven into one master vision, we know that love makes all things possible, according to its own creative intelligence and wisdom. The universe shall take care of the details, and from the loving universal mind, in accordance with divine timing and your own readiness, we shall gift you with your vision. Vision is a top of the mountain moment where you get a sense of where you have been and where you are headed. It is often an all-encompassing big picture flash of insight. You won't necessarily know how what you see could possibly happen. Even if it is a very uplifting and expansive vision, then your mind may wonder if it's a fantasy or wish rather than a vision, simply because the truth of how it is going to unfold and develop is beyond what your mind can conceive of at the time. Maybe for you, the vision is more of a feeling, A clear yearning in your heart to do something in particular with your life, or an inner knowing that you are a healer. For example, you may have just had your vision or are waiting for the moment when you finally get why you are here on this planet. Your vision will not necessarily include details of steps to take at first, although that will come when you are ready to take the relevant steps. It can be like driving a car through a foggy night, seeing only the most immediate part of the road before you at any given time. Does that mean the road doesn't exist beyond what you can see? Of course not. It does, however, mean that although the vision gives you the equivalent of a destination, a sense of where you are headed, once you are on the journey, the road will not always be clearly visible beyond what you can do today. You could compare it to the difference of being at the top of the mountain and seeing all before you, and the compromised vision that has to occur as you descend from the peak and begin the journey. The view during the journey itself is not often as clear and far-reaching as the moment of the vision. I'm going to say that again. The view during the journey itself is not often as clear and far-reaching as the moment of the vision. You can trust in the guiding hand of the universe to help you fulfill your vision even when you cannot grasp the entirety of the steps you need to take to get there. There will certainly be times where you may wonder if you have lost track altogether. These are the moments when you need to come back to the vision to gain energy and motivation to keep going, no matter what seems to be happening or not happening in your view of things. Even if it is not always clear to you as you live your life, through the guiding intervention of the compassionate wisdom of a wildly creative higher intelligence, you are being given exactly the opportunities and tests, gifts, and information you need to take your journey. The universe cannot take your journey for you, but it will certainly empower you with all you need to be able to do so yourself. Remember too, and that's how you're being asked to rest so that you can hear the guidance, so that you can find out, so that your energy can be clear, so that you can figure out what the next step is. Remember too that the vision is not just a destination in the more limited sense of achieving certain successes and manifesting certain dreams. It is a state of consciousness, a way of being that enables you to access that reality. Every step on your path is a way to build that consciousness within you each day. This is why tapping into what your vision feels like to you is just as powerful as having a clear visual for where you are headed. Sometimes it can be even more powerful to feel the feeling of what it would be like if your vision had already manifested. The joy, confidence, trust, peace, and feeling of maturity this engenders in you can enhance your journey and increase your readiness to receive and embody the manifestation of your vision. If you have been waiting for clear guidance and direction to come to you, this oracle brings you news that it shall be given to you. This may have already happened, in which case you are being asked to return to your vision and put your faith in it. If you are impatient for your vision to come to you, or to be further clarified, then this oracle brings you reassurance that your prayers will be answered and your insight into the divine plan as it relates to your life purpose and divine destiny will be shown to you. This will happen at the best time for you so that what you are shown really gets through. Finally, if you have been asking if your sense of your destiny, a vision or dream you have had, or a feeling about an amazing future project is correct, this oracle brings confirmation that you are not just imagining things, but accessing genuine insight. The silence. Okay, then I'm just going to read this little section of for daring rebirth, but this is the vision. Then daring rebirth. We bring you the empowerment of daring rebirth. The bold spirit in you claims the divine defiance of the phoenix. It refuses defeat at every turn. No matter who or what may seek to overpower your spirit, your peace, your loving heart, and your wild optimism, you shall triumph in a divine and daring rebirth. Do not limit yourself with expectations, whether from another or your own mind. There is so much possible for you. There is so much possible for you. A radically different and new you to become. Believe, and so it shall be. What you believe is what you see. Fantasy by Bawsey is coming to my mind. Realize you're divine. What you believe is what you see. But, yeah. Every single time, the oracle cards just really bring the whole reading together. And, yeah, I just want to thank you again for being here. I have so much love in my heart for tarot and helping other people, so I genuinely I really hope that this helped you in any way, shape, or form. Feel free to comment, let me know how it resonated. Don't forget to subscribe if it resonated, and I will see you in the next one. Much love.